so long ago. So right now, what I want you guys to do is make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're about to plug in and really listen to what's going on and how it's operating and how to do this for yourself. Because this first individual that's speaking is somebody that's at such a high level and such a high frequency. This man's never stopped. He's never gave up. He's hit trials. He's hit errors in his business, and he keeps getting back up no matter how hard he gets hit. So remember, take notes because these are people that genuinely care about you and what you're doing. Justin, Christopher, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do for us. Let's get it, bro. I'm so excited to hear from you.
Appreciate it, Nick. Appreciate it, guys. We are on week 3, I believe, in a row of trainings, and I'm excited for this one. I got my boy, Tim. Tim and I started this journey together. We'll get a little more into that moving forward, but I'm actually going to let him do a lot of the detailed training. I actually decided to, let me actually admit some people into this call first. Boom. I know we got some people coming in. Perfect. For everyone that's just coming in, we're just now starting the call. Mons or whoever is the co-host. Actually, Tim, we'll go ahead and make you the co-host right now so you can take over right after this real quick so we can get started without any hiccups here. Make co-host. Boom, Tim, you are now co-host. I actually took, I was actually doing a training. I don't take naps, okay? So I actually got a little tired today and I laid down. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. And I was like, no, never mind. I'm gonna actually take notes on this training. And that's what I did. I actually did a training myself on how to hit Platinum 600 in 72 hours. So this training is meant for your first 30 days, right? So hitting Platinum 600 in your first 30 days, okay? So I hit Platinum 600 in my first 2 days, okay? Tim hit Platinum 600 within his first 2 days as well in the business. And it leads to my first point. You know, within this training, I did this training on Austin Godsey. I'll send you guys the training after if you reach out, if you want it. It's a great training, but you're going to be able to take this training that we're putting together. You're going to be able to find results very, very quick, especially in a 30-day span. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about when doing this is it's not a race, right? It's not a race. You don't need to hit, you know, Platinum 600 tomorrow. You don't need to hit Chairman tomorrow. That's not necessarily the goal. It's more of a marathon, right? But success definitely loves speed, right? You don't want to come in and dabble, right? When you're building a business, you know, one thing that Holden Bugs always, you know, would like to say, a quote that I really loved is amateurs start a business, right? And professionals launch a business. So when you launch a business, right, you want to come in with momentum. You want to come in with, you know, a high frequency. You want to come in with high energy, right? You want to come in with a pace, right? You want to come in with a high pace, a high speed, because success definitely loves speed, right? Okay, so these are points. These are 15 points, or actually I have 17 points. I'm sorry, I added 2 more at the end. So these are just notes and bullet points that you guys can go ahead and just take notes on, okay? So I'm just doing 17 points that I picked up on a training for you guys just hopping on how to hit Platinum 600 in 72 hours. And just to repeat myself, this training is on how to hit Platinum 600 in 30 days. Okay, so I just picked up 17 key points that I really, really like that I want you guys to either write down or put in the back of your head. And then after I'm done speaking, I'm gonna have my boy come on and put on a heck of a training that's gonna be in a little bit more detail than what I'm giving you here, okay? So point number 2, right? Point number 2 is make a decision. Make a choice, right? Make a choice of what you wanna do. You're either building or you're not, right? You're either building and trading or you're just trading, right? But don't come in and be like, well, I think I'm going to try it. Because the last thing you tried, right, you probably didn't get that far with, unless it was food, right? The things that we try, it typically doesn't try. If we try, you know, a gym regimen typically won't work, right? We have to go all in on it, okay? So make a decision. It's network marketing. This is network marketing. This is not sales. So you're going to have to realize this isn't sales. This is building relationships, right? So you're going to have to realize like, hey, be yourself, be you. Right? The biggest sale that you make is the one that you make on yourself, right? The one that you make on yourself. And you have to believe, right? Your belief system has to be high. You have to believe in this business model. You have to believe in IM. You have to believe in the compensation plan. You have to believe that you can hit P6, that you can hit P1000. Right? You have to believe that this stuff works. If you don't believe it, then you're not going to get anywhere. And you definitely can't convince anyone else to go with you. right? And that's another point I'm going to make here moving forward. Point number 3, everyone was once a beginner. Don't ever forget that. Everyone started from scratch. Everybody was either, once a customer, once an IBO, once a Platinum 150, right? Someone was once that person in the back of the room, or someone that was once on this call taking notes. I was that person. I'm still that person all the time. Anytime a chairman 10, chairman 50, chairman 100, Platinum, whoever that I want to learn from steps on or listens, I'm that student again, right? So everyone was there. So don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Don't look at Tim, don't look at me, don't look at Moss, don't look at some of the other leaders and see the things that we're doing and think that's where you're supposed to be. I've been doing this business for 4 years now. 4 years. Okay. So you've been doing this for a year. Hey, you're just getting started. I'm still just getting started, right? So let's keep moving forward. Point number 4, system. Okay, system, write that word down, system. What does system stand for? Save yourself time, energy, and money. Please do not recreate the wheel or the system, right? Whatever system or wheel is already in place, right? Whatever steps have already been in place, whatever trainings that we're teaching, whatever trainings that you're getting from anyone within the industry at a high level, right? Don't change it. And the trainings are going to are pretty much going to be the same. You're going to hear the same 10 things from 100 different people, right? Because it's just coming from a different perspective, but it ends up being the same strategy, right? So just don't recreate, don't change anything, right? You don't need to. Keep it simplistic, right? System. Save yourself time, energy, money. Follow the system. Point number 5. People need this more than you need them. I'm going to repeat that. People need this more than you need them. This company, when Tim first started, had about 1,100 people. Okay. I've been in this company ever since. Okay. And it now has 350,000 people and moving up. If I were to leave this company 4 years ago, this company was still going to hit 350,000 people with or without me. This company in the next 12 to 24 months is going to be at 1 million customers and 1 million students. With or without me, with or without Tim, with or without you, the company's going there. So people need this, right? More than you need them. So don't go beg people. Don't beg people to be in this business with you. Don't beg people to join this. Don't do any of that. You don't need to do that, right? So that's point number 5. Point number 6, this is actually one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. I actually learned this really quick, right? You are more likely to make more money with strangers than you are your best friends and family. Repeat that. You are more likely to make more money with strangers than your best friends and family. Why? Because your friends and family love you, yes, but they don't necessarily always respect your decision making, right? Your parents, they love you, but they want to protect you, right? So when you're like, hey, mom, maybe college isn't for me. I'm going to go ahead and chase this dream, or I'm going to go do this. They're like, nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Abby. I don't know about that, Cody. I don't know if that's for you, right? Because this is what we did. This is what helped us. We believe this for you. We all know people like that, right? So strangers, I made a lot more money with strangers than I did with people that I've known my whole life. Okay, so keep that in mind. 7, when building this business, do not judge people. Okay, the people that you think will do good in this business will come in and do absolutely nothing. And the people that you think are trash will come in and crush it. Trust me, I've seen that time and time again. I'm gonna just say something. Tim is actually one of the only people that has a college degree that was like extremely educated beforehand that I really think that I've done business with that is successful in this business. I think mostly everyone that I've done business with is like, I wouldn't say not successful or anything. I'm just saying like Tim has his master's degree. Like he's done a lot, before he got involved in this business, right? That's not everybody. Everyone thinks that's like the typical way to success, but Tim will even tell you himself that, shoot, he doesn't even use his degree. Actually, I'll tell you a little story. Tim was about, 90 days from getting his master's degree 4 years ago, and he was about to quit. He was about to drop out of school. You're not seeing my screen, but he just said facts to everyone. You didn't see, but in the chat, but he was literally about to drop out of school. Okay, he had about literally half a semester left. He's like, nah, trading's it. This is it. I don't need it. It was so funny. But just crazy how it works, you know. And I want to go back to, I think it was step 2 or 3, that everyone was once a beginner. Same story with my buddy Tim here. Tim also quit the business a couple times. Think about that. Tim, Chairman 10 now, left the business, quit the business, didn't want to. He didn't actually quit. He wanted to. He didn't quit. He never left. Okay. He didn't actually physically, literally leave. He was just, you know, when we first started, this was not easy. We did not have mentors. We did not have people like we have now, right? It was Tim and I, and it was tough, man. We both wanted to give up, you know, and we mentally did a couple of times. But hey, look now, you know, look how far, you know, we've been able to come along. And, you know, Tim has done a lot of things in the industry. So super excited for the things he's going to talk about here coming up. But just a couple fun facts, you know, about Tim here. Moving forward, let me see where I'm at. Well, that was number 7. Do not judge people. Okay. Number 8, timing. Timing in this business is everything. I'm gonna say one thing. It's always, always, always been a good time to trade. I found that out 4 years ago. And I can still say the same thing now, right? It's always been a good time to trade. So timing in this business has always been great. But let's talk about this year with e-commerce. What's happened, right? I know if you've been on the calls the last few weeks, we've been really heavy on the e-commerce and ECX. But, you know, look at society, right? Look at what's happened. Look what's happened with Amazon. Look what's happened with Bezos. Look what's happened with online sales and how massive it's grown. Timing. Is this a time that you probably want to start learning how to, you know, build a dropshipping store? Probably, right? Look what happened a few weeks ago with Bitcoin. We knew this was going to happen, Tim, right? We knew this was going to happen. This isn't, you know, it's a I told you so thing, but this is going to happen over and over and over again. But we just see what happened, you know, and a couple of weeks ago with Bitcoin hitting 19K, and you probably think, okay, well, now's probably the time to get in. Actually, no, last year is probably time to get in, but there'll be another time to get in again, right? But timing, guys, timing is so important, right? Think about the people you've met in your life. Sometimes you're like, hey, you meet the love of your life, and like, I'm so glad I didn't meet you 3 years ago. I'm so happy I didn't meet you, you know, 4 years ago, 2 years ago. Right? How many of you guys have been like that? Drop a 1 in the chat if you met someone. You're like, man, I'm so glad that I didn't meet you like 2 years ago, because it wouldn't be the same, right? Timing is so key. Timing is crucial, right? So timing, guys, we're in a great time. This is a great time to work for yourself. This is a great time to build something for yourself. This is a great time, you know, to set a goal. Boom. Number 9, condensing your time frames, right? Colton Bugs talks about this all the time, condensing time frames, right? If you have a 9-hour workday, right? What are you doing when you come home, right? Are you spending an hour and a half eating your dinner, or you maybe take a half hour, eat your dinner, put another half hour, you know, into, you know, a call, or, you know, a training with your team, or whatever that may be towards your goal, towards your success. It could be 1,000 different things, right? But condense your time, right? Be aware of your time, right? You can do a lot in 30 minutes. You can do a lot in 20 minutes. You can get a lot done in a short amount of time, right? Be conscious, right? I'm very conscious of my time, right? I keep this with me all the time, right? My hours are scheduled by the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at it, right? Sometimes you know, it's something I struggle at, you know, sometimes I'm unorganized with certain things, and I have to work on it, right? And that's what I do. And with my timing, you know, because I do so much, I have so much going on between, you know, coaching and fighting and this, it's like, okay, I have to definitely make sure that, you know, my time is being used wisely. So time, condense your time frames. 10, help others hit their rank, right? Make others rank your goal. It was kind of cool. You know, my first, you know, I would say 6 months in the business, you know, it was really, yeah, we wanted to hit ranks, but I was just so excited to be in business with Tim. I was so excited to be in business with the team and start to build something. And then when we got a couple more people, it was just super cool to see them set goals, right? And watch their eyes light up when they're like, wow, I can do this for myself, you know. And a lot of them were, you know, maybe non-employed or weren't making a lot of money, or, you know, they were making some money, but they're like, wow, you know, I definitely need something for myself. And, you know, they had found it, and it was kind of cool to see them, you know, find that light, you know, or find that, that hope, you know. And it's cool to be a part of that. It's cool, you know, to fast forward 2 years later, you know, to have people come up, or 3 years later, 4 years later, or months later, and come up and say, hey, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for you doing this or showing me this, I wouldn't be here, you know. And I think that's the best feeling you can get as a leader, as, a person that just cares about someone else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a leader. You just have to be a caring individual. Sometimes we take that leadership word as, more than it needs to be. Sometimes just being kind and being caring is more than enough, right? It's more than enough to build your business. It's more than enough to, hit 6, 7, 8 figures. You don't need to be some super talented speaker or, have some extraordinary superpowers like Tim. Just kidding. No, but serious. Tim is very talented, but at the end of the day, just be caring, care about other people's goals. Stop thinking about your goals. Stop looking at your back office every day. I learned something from my personal mentor, Jason Brown. And he told me one time, he's like, I don't look at my back office. I don't remember the last time I looked at my back office. And listen, the first thing I thought about, I'm like, Jason, this is the time he was like a chairman 100. He's a chairman 750. I'm like, Jason, you're a chairman 100. Of course, I wouldn't look at my back office either. But then you have to think about it. And I know Jason. Jason is probably the most caring individual I've ever met, right? If you know Jason, if you've had a conversation with Jason, right? He's a very genuine human being, right? And I'm just like, okay, it makes sense. Jason is genuine about this business. He really cares about people. And that's when it really sunk in, right? You gotta care about other people's goals, right? So I found a good way to go about it is just, make other people's goals your goals, right? Make other people's ranks your goals. Help your homie hit P6 in the next 72 hours, in the next 30 days, right? Because that's only going to help you, right? Remember, you get 5 platinum 2000s on your team. You're chairman 10, baby. Remember that. Moving up, we got about 5 more points, and then I'm bringing on my boy. See where I'm at. Took a lot of notes today, guys. Boom, number 11. How many people in the first 72 hours did you invite to a call, a 3-way, or send a video to? Remember point number 1 about success, speed. In the first 72 hours of starting this business, or not even just starting this business, in the first 72 hours that you decided, I want to go for 2 and free. I want to build this business. I want to take this business serious, be more serious beyond the education. I want to share this with people. When you made that choice consciously, what did you do in your first 72 hours? Now, I condensed this huge training down a little bit because Austin kind of spoke about doing presentations. And you know what? Maybe you're not comfortable doing a presentation. And on this team and on a lot of teams, we really preach edifying. We really preach 3-way chats. You don't need to go and, present this to everybody. Did you even send a video? Did you even pique any type of interest? But how many people did you invite to a call? We do calls every week. We just started, but in a month, we'll have this conversation again. And I'm gonna ask you, right? If you're not where you want to be, how many people have you had on calls this month? How many people have you invited, right? Forget the whole presentation part and learning how to speak and talking in front of people and presenting this. Forget that part. You'll learn that as you grow, right? As you grow your way to the top. Because remember, we don't go to the top, we grow to the top, right? As you grow your way up, you're going to learn how to do this stuff. But it gets even simpler, right? If you're on our trainings the last couple of weeks, we talked about your goal right now, you can hit P600 just by inviting people to talk to me, to talk to Tim, to talk to Mons, to talk to anybody that you trust in this business to do a 3-way call with you, right? Which is multiple people on this call right now, right? So just understand, right? All you got to do right now is become a master inviter. But are you even doing that? And are you doing it at a pace, right? Are you doing it at a pace? When we have a call once a week, right? Are you even plugging 3 to 5 people in? Because I remember when we were doing a call every hour, when we have blitz calls, we do calls every hour. And we were getting 5 to 10 people individually on these calls every hour, 12 calls a day, right? That's what we would do. We might have a couple of these blitz calls coming up and we really want to create and spark momentum. You might have been a part of a blitz call before, or you might have been an inviter for a blitz call before, right? It's insane, right? We're doing 1 call a week. We should have no problem, getting 5 to 7 people on these calls individually. If you're serious about building, if you're serious about hitting P6, P1000, maybe your goals are beyond that. And remember, this call is for serious builders. If that's not you, hop on a trading call or something, right? That's happening soon. It's probably happening now. This is for people that want to build a business. Please understand that if you want to build this business, put 2s in the chat. 2s in the chat if you're here to build this business. Let me see who's here to build. Are we all here? Is everyone traders here? Okay, we got some builders in here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Better have some traders in here too. Traders and some drop shippers. But this is for people that want to build a business, just so we understand. 4 more points. 4 more points here. 5 more. My bad. See, math is terrible. Number 12. People will never remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. People will never remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. That goes back to the point of just, hey, be kind, be caring, care about other people, right? And to go on with that point, I note it, and people love to follow people who know where they're going. So make a decision and make that known. When you write in your stories, when you write in your posts, be confident. This is where I'm going. I don't care if you're coming with me or not. I'm decided. I made this choice. If you follow me, I tell you exactly where I'm headed. You follow Tim, you read his stuff, he'll tell you where he's going. You follow anybody that's decided, right? That's the most powerful human being is a person that's made a choice, a decision. Les Brown talks about it all the time. Make a choice. When you make a decision, you become unstoppable, right? Because you have your mind made up. That's so powerful, right? So make up your mind that you're building this. Make up your mind that you're going P600 in the next 30, in the next 60 days, in the next week. Make a decision that you're going there with or without your homie that's been, waiting for you to, or you've been waiting for to open up that video or to hop on a three-way. Forget that person. Next, right? Make a decision. You don't need them, right? They need this more than you need them. Don't ever forget that. Write that 3 or 4 more times on your notepad somewhere. They need this more than you need them. Trust me. Know that, right? Have some swag. Have some swag with this. You don't beg people. Don't beg people. You give them an opportunity, and they better jump on it. If they don't, they're gonna pass it up, right? And you have to have that kind of mentality, kind of in your marketing, right? Make it known, right? This isn't a game. You don't have time for dabblers. And if they don't get in now, they might not have another opportunity, right? You have to speak like that. You have to come off like that. Law of averages, number 13. Law of averages. If every 10 you invite to a call or a three-way and 2 signed up, okay, so for every 10 you invited, 2 signed up, you do the math of how many it would take to get to your goal. Law of averages. It's a numbers game, right? You should be aiming for 10 no's a day. 10 no's a day. You make your money off of the no's. Okay, I'm gonna send you after this call, or actually after I'm done speaking, I'll put in the chat, I'm gonna put the law of averages video that really helped me, right? It's the only video I'm gonna put out. I actually had 4 or 5 I was gonna put out. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna put out one. And I'll send that to you guys after. Okay, law of averages. It's a numbers game. Here's something that one of the top earners, this is number 14. One of the top earners in the history of network marketing said this: there's no secret. There's no secret. I ended up showing this business to 1,200 people. 900 said no. 300 people showed interest. Only 85 actually did anything. 30 took a serious look. And 11 made me a multimillionaire. 1,200 he showed. 900 said no. 300 showed interest. 85 did anything with it. 300 took a serious look. And 11 made me a multimillionaire. Keep that in mind. Law of averages. Show this business to 1,500 people in the next 6 months and let me know where you're at. Let's have a conversation. Keep track. Keep tallies. You'd be surprised. Think about baseball. Think about baseball, right? If you hit a home run, if you get a base hit every 2 out of 10 at bats, you're probably going to get signed somewhere. That's crazy to think about. If you were to get a base hit every 2 out of 10 times, you're probably going to get $1 million contract somewhere. So what does that mean? That means that you had to strike out 8 times. That means 8 times you struck out. So it doesn't matter when you fail. You just keep moving. Aim for the nose. 3 more points here. Stop blaming your upline. I don't even like that word. I don't use it a lot. I feel like that's like an old people word, but I don't use it a lot. Old networker word. I just don't like it, right? It's just something I don't use, upline, right? Not my thing. Everyone's my business partner or my friend. I don't really look at it like that. But stop blaming the person that brought you into the business. Okay? Stop blaming your upline, right? Fire your upline. Oops, I almost messed up my notes here. Where was I at? Here we are. Boom. Fire up line, because when you become the leader that you need to be, that's when you start to find the success that you need, right? When you become the leader that you need to be. Okay, so stop making excuses, stop blaming the person that brought you in, stop saying so-and-so didn't help me. But it's hard. This is not easy. Success isn't easy, right? Hitting P6 is hard. Hitting P1000 is hard, right? Hitting these ranks is hard. Everything is hard, right? Staying broke is hard, just so you guys know. Right? Keep that in mind, right? Stop blaming. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be, simple all the time, right? So take responsibility for yourself and become the leader that you need to be so you can find the success that you need. Two more things. I know you've heard this a million times. Your network determines your net worth. Who are you hanging around? What's your conversation like? You hanging around the top 5 people you hang around, that's who you're going to become, right? You've heard the quote. I'm not even going to say it, right? You hang around this person, you'll become that. You hang around this, you become that. Hang around this, you'll become you've heard it. We've all heard those quotes before, right? But it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder. Your network determines your net worth. So hang around the right people. Hang around people that are chasing the similar goals that you are, that want to be where you want to be. Right? They don't have to look like you. They don't have to talk like you. They don't have to walk like you. They don't have to come from the same area you do. But hey, if they dream like you do, they believe like you do, right? If they hustle like you do, right? They wake up with a vision like you do. That's your type of people then, right? You don't have to be doing HFX together. You don't have to be doing the exact same studies, right? You don't even have to be in the exact same business, right? I hang out with people that are in multiple different businesses. They don't have nothing to do with this. But you know what? They inspire me. They make me work hard. They teach me valuable lessons, right? About my own business here, about my own personal life, about my relationship, about me as a father, right? There's a lot of things that, I want to be good at, right? So develop groups, right? Develop separate groups for every individual thing that you want for yourself, right? And have a group for each little thing, right? I have a certain group of people that, I do fight stuff with. I have a certain group of people that I do my coaching and wrestling stuff with. I have a certain group of people that I do business with. I have a certain group of people that I do dropshipping with, right? And I have my groups, right? Figure out your groups and make them positive. Make sure they're aligned to your goals. 17, last but not least, you have influence over people you don't even know, and you don't even know it. There's people right now that you are influenced over, that you could have influence over, and you don't even know that. You don't even know that they look up to you, that they have influence over, that you have influence over them, and that they potentially, want something that you have. And it's not always money. Remember, people are attracted to people that are decided of where they're going, that know where they're headed. So just by you being confident, just by you understanding, this is where I'm at now, this is not where I'm staying, and this is where I'm going, right? People like that. People are like, man, that's a leader, because we're programmed to follow. We're not programmed to lead. We're programmed to be told what to do, and we're programmed to listen when someone tells us to do it. So now that you are reprogramming your mind, they're not, right? So be that leader, right? Be that confident human being and speak what you want, and you'll attract the people that you want, right? Those are the 17 facts that I took in bed not too long ago, and I was excited to share with you. So I'm gonna hand this second half over. If you got any value from any of those, just drop a 1, right? If I didn't waste 30 minutes of your life, please drop a 1 in that. I appreciate everyone's time. Those were some great points that I got from Austin. Great training, right? I didn't make this stuff up, guys. Okay, I didn't make this up. I just gave you some value, and I didn't make it up. I just reshared it. I just reshared information that was handed to me. I appreciate everyone's time. I'm about to bring my guy on next. This is one of my really, really good friends, someone I have a lot of respect for, so much respect. We even go back to the 4th grade. I broke his arm, and he reminded me of it the first day in business. He's like, "Hey, remember when we were in 4th grade, you broke my arm?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." And yeah, man, it's been nothing but laughs and smiles and fun since. This guy inspires me every single day. I'm just super proud of the human he is. He's a family guy. I'm at his house once a week, talking to his mom, hanging out with his dog that viciously hates me. And just, going over there and just being around him, a lot of times we're together. We don't even talk about business too much. It's just relationships, right? And friendships. So that's what I love about this. But last but not least, my guy, Chairman 10, Tim Sloma. Thanks for doing this, bro. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Justin, thank you. Yeah, that was a funny. It was in track, and Justin was just as big as he is today as as he was in middle school, and I ran into him and some way somehow broke my shoulder by running into Justin. That is a big boy. And we're doing big business now. So I'm super excited. The first 30 minutes of this call was phenomenal. Justin, I actually messaged you. I'm like, man, I need the notes to this training and the link to that training, because a lot of the information may not apply to you, but the things that do really take that to heart. Those were little gems like that. You could, each and every line, you could spend a full 30 minutes to 1 hour and talk on. And I think when you really dive into the concepts that we were going over there, those are really, really powerful. I was just sitting here like, damn, like this is a gem. Like this is something that we should spend a lot of time and discuss. But today we're really here talking about going platinum 600 in 30 days. And in my opinion, honestly, the norm should be platinum 1000 in 30 days. Platinum 1000 could be done in 3 events. You getting 3 people started, you showing those 3 how to get 3, and then showing those 12 how to do the same exact thing. It's a duplication of 3. 3 is a magic number, and 3 is a magic number in this business. But really, we're going to talk about going platinum 600. And I think about, people wanting this desire to go P600, but they don't know the skill sets to get there. And I think it's really funny because a lot of the skill sets that I'm going to be going over with each and every single one of you, the 2 skill sets I focused on that I'm going to nail on the head the most to go P600, I did those 2 skill sets all the way up to P2000, right? When I went P2000, I had 45 personals. And the reason why I had so many personals was because I only focused on these 2 things. Right? I only focused on these 2 things. And a lot of the times we think that simple training, simple information, it's not powerful. And it's not powerful if you don't take massive action off it. And so you really have to make the decision now that the time is the right time for me to actually go out there and get it done. We have 16 days left of the year, and we all know what we do into December determines, right, what's going to happen in the next 90 days of the year. I did the training a couple of days ago. I said the intensity of someone's January 1st of whether they work now or work later, it doesn't really change. You can flip a switch, you can make a decision, you can make a commitment, you can go all in 1 second, right? And your intensity level could be the same as someone that's been grinding the past 30 days. But here's the thing. The intensity level can be multiplied to many other people by what you do right now. So you have to ask yourself the question, do I want to go all in on January 1st by myself, or do I want to go all in on January 1st with an army behind me? Because if I can put in 10 hours a day, and I find 20 other people over the next 19 days who want to do the same exact thing as me, right? That's 210 hours a day worth of work being completed on January 1st. And so a lot of the times we overlook these little things because we think it's the big things that matter. But what we don't understand is it's the little simple things that allow us to get the big things in the first place. If you see people achieving big things, it's because they did the little things every single day, and they continue to do it every single day. So as you guys can tell, we're jumping right into this call. I'm not, taking a break. Normally I start with gratitude. Normally I start with, actually we are going to start with gratitude. I lied, right? Guys, I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. A lot of you don't understand that I am not who I am without you. Justin is not who he is without you. I was reflecting today. And in the chat, I want you guys to just drop a couple things that you're so happy and grateful now for. They can be things that you have. They can be things that you don't have. They can be struggles or things that are going well in your life. But 1 year or 4 years and 1 month ago, Justin and I made the decision to partner with this company. And it's been history ever since. And I remember Justin and I being on a call with Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, and Alex Moore, and 3 random people that we had no clue who they were. No clue about their experience, but we were attracted to their vision. We were attracted to where they wanted to take this company. We were attracted to the network of individuals that we can align ourselves with. Because Justin and I, we've been trading since early 2016. We would give people random amounts of money, $1,500 for a course, a couple $100 for some training, a couple $100 for some signals, $3,000 for account management services, and nothing would work. Nothing would work. Almost $9,000 invested before we even found I Am. before we even found I Am. And here's the craziest part. I Am was the same cost as what you're paying right now. And all we had was the education harmonic scanner and 3 educators on Go Live. But you're convinced that people think that this is too expensive, and we have over 15 different products. We have 5 different streams of income. We're partnered with Bob Proctor. We have people like Alex Moore and Jason Brown, David Imonite, Ivan Tapia. We have 4 of the top 10 earners, 10 of the top 100, and you have convinced yourself that $235 is too expensive to get started. I don't push platinum packages. They're too cheap. People don't take it seriously enough. Because at Chairman 10, your business generates $1,080,000 in revenue a year for the company. But you treat this like a $175 a month business. Think about that. My company, my business, Quantum Creations, we generate almost $3 million a year for this company. I don't treat this like $175 a month. I treat this like $1 million business. Really, really, really think about that, right? So I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful for the poor experiences that we went through. I'm grateful for the trials, because that's what led us to here today. That's what led us to create a system so that you wouldn't have to go through the same things that we went through. So we're grateful. The frequency has been raised. The energy feels good. I'm feeling great. I have 20 minutes to give you guys value, because I have a closing call at 6, a closing call at 6:30, a training at 7, Instagram Live at 8, a one-on-one at 9, and a closing at 10. I have a lot going on. I am still grinding. I am still working every single day, because there's still people and families that need to be taken care of. There's still team members who have told me their why, and we haven't accomplished it yet. So it is time to go in. And the one thing I want you guys to do for me is type this in the chat. I am so happy and grateful now to not only receive this information, but to immediately apply and take massive action. Type this in the chat for me. This is really, really important, because a lot of you guys, you hear trainings, you hear what people are saying, but you don't set the intention to go into the call to receive that information, truly listen, then go take massive action off of it. The information we train on is always the same. The reason why some people have results and some people don't is because what they decide to do after the training. So I am so happy and grateful now, not only to receive this information, but apply and take massive action. Awesome, guys. So we're going to dive into this. I actually did a training like this earlier. It was called From 0 to 1,000. And what I was talking about was how to go from a customer to platinum 1,000 in 30 days. But what we're going to do is really focus on, how do I nail the core rank of this company, which is platinum 600. P150 is an introduction to residual income. But platinum 600 is when it gets really real, because now every single week you're paying for your membership. Maybe 1 week you're paying for the membership, 1 week you're investing back into your trading account, 1 week you're investing into your bills, and the next week you're investing into personal development or something. You have a significant amount of money. $600 a month is a $7,200 yearly raise, and a $600 a month residual income is the same thing as having $60,000 in a savings account at a 5% yield. $600 a month is a lot of money. Do not downplay platinum 600. Right? So many of us, we look at Chairman 10 and we make that the goal, and we never become grateful for the P150s, the P600s, the P1000 ranks. Therefore, we never get it. Right? You look at 500 people on the compensation plan, but you never get it because you don't understand that 1 + 1 + 1 + 1, doing that 500 times gets you to Chairman 10. We don't care about the 1, we only care about the 500. Right? So really, really, we're going to focus on these foundational ranks. Someone who's a platinum 600 told Matt Rose, I don't know how to go Chairman 10. He said, well, you've hit platinum 600, right? He said, yes. He said, awesome. Well, going to Chairman 10 is only 32 platinum 600s. So can you find 32 people and teach them how to do exactly what you did to go Chairman 10? And I heard this conversation. I was like, damn, that's it. It's so simple. And so let's really focus on the simple things. And I think something really too important is to understand that each rank that you're going after is achieved by being that rank before you are that rank. Each rank is achieved by being that rank first. David Amite said, I was it before I saw it. He became it before he saw it in his back pocket. He became a millionaire before his bank account said $1 million. He became a chairman before his, a back office said chairman. He became a 6-7 figure investor before he became a 6-7 8-figure investor. Right? He became those things first. You must be it before you are. And so, number one, you have to always remain a student. I am always learning every single day. I have 3 or 4 books that I'm reading throughout the day, learning from, taking little notes that I can now use and go capitalize off of in my business. That's number one. I'm always remaining a student. Number two, you have to utilize your mentors and your resources. Utilize the system that is there in front of you. My phone was dying, so I plugged it in, right? Which my charger's not actually working. That's funny, right? I have to do Instagram Live in a little bit. And if my phone's dead, right, the Instagram Live is going to cut off halfway through my training, and then it's going to look goofy. So what did I do? I utilized my resources to make sure when the time is right, I'm not going to be stuck in a situation that isn't going to put me in a position to win. So number one, you always remain a student. Number two, utilize your mentors and your resources. And number three, remain plugged in. Follow the system. The system was created through trial and error. The system was created because we were able to say, okay, this is what works. This is what's going to create the most impact. This is what, if we do as a collective, we can achieve that goal that we want to achieve. Guys, if you're a P600, P150, P1000, even a P2000, you shouldn't have your own system. You shouldn't have your own system. You need to be plugging in to what your team is using, because here's the thing, right? Is this business you focused or system focused? The reason why my business failed the first time I went P2000, I went all the way back down to like P6, was because it was Tim dependent. It wasn't system dependent. If Tim wasn't working, the team wasn't working. If Tim wasn't moving, the team wasn't moving. If Tim wasn't doing the launch calls, no one was being launched. I needed a system to do the work for me. So when I'm not working, the team is still moving. The team is still learning. The team is still growing. Right? So those are 3 things that I think are really, really important to focus on as you move forward. Now, let's talk about hitting these next ranks that are coming up, right? If I am a customer, what should I be focusing on to go Platinum 150? What do I need to be focusing on to go Platinum 150? There's really 3 things that you need to focus on, right? There's 3 main things that you need to focus on that I think a customer, it's really important to have. Number one, you need to focus massively on personal development. You need to focus massively on personal development. You need to start listening to Jim Rohn. You need to start listening to Eric Worre, Brian Carruthers. You need to start listening to David Imonitie, Jason Brown, Matt Rosa. You need to begin to start expanding your mind by ideas, right? Because once your mind is expanded by an idea, it can never go back to normal. And this is important because you're about to enter into a world that most people do not understand. And it is not their fault that they don't understand it. It was never taught. And so when you go through your trial and errors, when you go through the hiccups, when you go through and you hit those barriers or you see those hurdles, that personal development is what's going to help you get forward. Because if you only listen to yourself, you can only get as far as you are now. You have to begin to say, Tim, you're broke. Stop listening to yourself. Listen to David Amitier. Listen to Jason Brown. Listen to people who have what you want. Number 2, you need to focus on the education of the company. You need to understand how this company works. You need to know what the education looks like, how to use the tools, how to access Go Live, how to really take advantage of your system, right? You need to understand these things for 2 reasons. Number one, it builds confidence. It builds belief. And when you have belief, you have confidence. When you have confidence, you have influence. When you have influence, you can get people to do things, right? You need to understand how this works. You cannot show this to someone if you've never even looked at it. It's so funny to me. People will sell these products online. They'll push this company, but they won't even use the products. That's why you don't have the results. The universe isn't going to reward you for that, right? So you need to be educated on what you're doing. And number 3, probably the most important for building the business. The first 2 were preliminaries, right? The first 2 were things that are just natural things that you should be doing even as a customer. But going P150, it's really, really important that you develop a list and you master these 2 skill sets: inviting and promoting. That is it. Inviting and promoting. is the two skill sets that I mastered that can take you to chairman. Nigel and Khalil Stenson, chairman 50s, did not do a single opportunity call till they were chairman 10. They did not do a single training till they were chairman 10. They did not have their own system till they were chairman 10 because they mastered these two skill sets. They understood that if they could continue to develop their pipeline, if they could continue to grow their business or grow their list of people to talk to, they knew how to invite those people to a call. Their leaders would do the work for them. The system would do the work for them. And once their team, the people that they were prospecting, the people that were inviting, were getting into the business, they knew that if they promoted the calls, promoted the system, and got people at the right place at the right time in front of the right people, their teams would grow. So a lot of the times everyone's looking for the secret. And I tell people you can go chairman by mastering how to invite people and promoting the trainings so that your leaders are doing the work for you. This is all I did. When I started building the business, it took me a little bit to start building. Right? I was really focused on trading in the beginning, and I think that was such a silly mistake that I made, because if you're just a trader, you're a single linear income person, you might as well just go get a job. It's the same thing. I don't build traders. I don't believe in that. I don't call people on my team traders. I call them entrepreneurs. If you want to make one stream of income, go somewhere else. I'm just being honest. You're silly. You don't understand the cash flow quadrant. You don't understand money. And I don't set that tone in the beginning when I launch my team. You are here to create multiple streams of income. If you don't want to do that, cool, you can still join. Just know that you're probably not going to get much of my time. I'm just being honest. That's the fact. That's the truth. I would disservice you as a mentor to only let you have one stream of income, right? And if you're not coachable enough to understand that, well, you lost someone. You can go work with someone else. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest, right? Some of you needed to hear that. Number two, I forgot where I was at, right? Oh yeah, when Justin and I started building, one of our mentors said, hey, I will do every single call for you. You just got to plug me in. I was like, dope. Invite, edify, pass off. He did all the calls for me. I had 45 personals. Right? I had 45 personal. I didn't do one of the calls. I was on them to learn how he was doing them. But when I was on them, I was still texting people on Instagram. I was posting the calls on Instagram, piquing interest. Because once someone would message me, once someone would like my post, once someone would comment, I was in their DMs saying, hey, bro, I'm so glad that you like my post. I really appreciate the support. Hey, if I can actually get some more of my mentor's time, would you want to chat with them to see what our game plan is for 2021? Yeah, bro, I'd be interested. What I was just constantly doing that, right? So as a customer, those are what you have to focus on. That's what's going to get you to P150. Focusing on personal development, understanding how the company works, developing your list, inviting and promoting. Now, how do you go Platinum 600? Guys, I'm going to be honest. As a P150, pushing P6, putting yourself in the position of already being a Platinum 600, this can be hit with personals. This can be hit with personals. Platinum 600 is something that you should hit with personals. Most chairmen, by the time they hit chairman, will have signed up 100 people. A lot of people want to sign up 3 and then hope the 3 do the rest of the work. Is it possible? Of course. Is it likely? Not really, right? So it's something that you still need to be focusing on, mastering the invite, mastering promotion, master those skill sets as long as you can and do them as often as you can. Right? But now what you want to do with going P600 is you want to duplicate, because remember, it's not what you can do, it's what you can teach. It's what you can duplicate, right? Would you rather have one person speaking to 100 people a day or 100 people speaking to one person a day? I would rather have 100 people speaking to one person a day, because that's something that every single person can do every single day. One person cannot talk to 100 people a day. It's just not possible. But if I simplified the business, taught them about the power of 2, you should go look that up on the Quantum Creations YouTube channel, right? That's something that's duplicatable. That's something that creates a legacy business. That's something that can be done and taught for the long term. So focusing on inviting, focusing on promoting, and then teaching your people how to do exactly what you just did. If you teach what you know and you teach what is right, your business is going to scale exponentially. Number 2, you have to discover, sort, and organize. Find out who is on your team. Find out what your team's goals are and what they want to accomplish. When they tell you those goals, begin to sort them into groupings so they can work together with other people that want to do the same thing that they want to do, and then organize them. Because if I have 9 people on my team, listen, if my business, we know to go Platinum 600 is 444 or 543, and my business is currently 540, I can't wait for my team to work to go Platinum 600 because I have to bring in 3 people on my third leg. Let's say that your business is 222. You have 6 people on your team, and only 1 person per those legs want to go P150. Okay, awesome. Now that I know that, I know I probably still have to bring some personals into the business. I know that Johnny isn't interested in going 2 and free right now, but Sally is. So I need to spend more personal time with Sally to make sure that she has the skill sets to go Platinum 600. So I have to discover what my team wants. I have to sort them into groups so I know what to do with each of them, and then organize them so I can see where I'm going, right? Last thing you have to do going P600 is focus on promotion. I've said this so many times. Focus on inviting and promoting. This is the easiest way to go Platinum 600. It's the easiest way to go Platinum 600. Justin said something super, super powerful. He talked about helping other people win. And I'm going to drop something in the chat here that's really important. Most people want to hit a rank, but they don't know the specifics of that rank. You want to go Platinum 600, but you don't know the leg balance. You don't know the volume. You don't know how many people you need. And here's the thing. When you help other people win, you begin to win more too. So as a Platinum 600, what do I need to do? I either need to help 3 people go P150 or help 6 people go free. Because if I bring on 6 people and they each bring 2, that's 12 people. What do I need to do if I want to go Platinum 1000? Well, that's 10, 10, 10 or 12, 12, 6. That's 30 traders. I need 1 Platinum 600 per leg, so 2 to 3 total. I need 2 Platinum 150s on that third leg, so about 6 total, or 15 free customers. Do you know the rank breakdown? Because if I have 15 people on my team, I'm going to start searching in those 15 people who wants what, who can I help get to the next level so I can get there too. That's it. You just help a crap ton of people win and you get paid. That's why this company is so well. You don't need to step on people's toes. You don't need to step on people's throats. You don't have to lie behind people's backs. You have to help people win. And that's how you make money. That's it. That's how you build this business. You help people win. Guys, if there's 2 things that you can take away from what I've said today, if there's 2 things, and I see Justin's back on here, so I want to make sure I give him co-host so that he can, I can't give him co-host. I think Mons, you have to do it. So that he can jump back on here and close this out, is remember these 2 things. You need to master inviting and master promotion. How many people on this call right now have people on their team that are not on this training that could have used this information? Probably a lot of you. How easy would it have been to now go take massive action with a large group of people if they were on this call right now? Probably easy. But now what do you have to do? You got to wait for the recording. You got to send them the recording. You probably got to get on a call with them to make sure they watch the recording. You're going to have to talk to them in a way they probably don't want to be talked to. Or you can have me come on here, be straight blunt to the fact, because who's going to say anything to me? You can try, but I'm not going to care. I'm not, because I know what the truth is. I've done it. Your partner's going to be, you're a P600, you know what I'm talking about. See, here's the difference, right? They're not going to say that to me. Let me be the blunt one. Let your mentors be the blunt ones. Let your mentors tell your teams what they need to hear. You can be the nice guy. I'll be the mean guy. I don't care. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your mentor. Would you rather me be your friend and you be broke, or me be your mentor and you be wealthy? Pick one. I choose option number 2 because I'm just being honest. So guys, master the invite, master promotion, and you will go Platinum 600. You can go chairman just mastering those 2 things. Obviously, do you need to scale? Are there things you're going to have to learn and change? Of course, duh, obviously, right? But that comes with experience. That comes with time. Guys, you cannot master these without doing them. And the reason why I say that is because you have to fail. You have to reflect. You have to grow. You have to say, okay, why did that not work this time? You have to learn. The reason I can speak the way I can, the reason I can talk to people the way I do, the reason why I can present, close, fill in the blank, X, Y, Z, is because I've been doing this for over 4 years. I couldn't do this day 1. Why do you think I used my mentors the whole entire time? So I can see what they were doing, copy the parts that I like, insert my own personality to it, and be able to become self-sufficient, and then do it myself, and then teach my team how to do the same exact thing. Guys, do that. Do that, do that, do that. And I promise you, you're going to get exactly where you need to go. There's 19 days left of the year. You can smash P600 easily, without a doubt. Without a doubt, I promise you. So guys, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. I'm going to go ahead, and Justin will get the recording of this posted. He'll send it to me, and I'll send it to our chats as well. I know some of you you're privately messaging me right now. Some of you are in the Spanish Discord. Some of you are in the Telegrams or the WhatsApp. So Justin, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you, bro. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for letting me be on this call. I'm going to go ahead and pass this back off to you so you can close this out. I got to jump off, go do these 2 calls really quick. If you guys need anything, reach out to me on social media. I got y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's kill the rest of this year.